Well, let's see what happens tonight. Not too much going on today, so don't have nothing exciting to tell anybody. Had my one in, one out already. 4 more to go. Always interesting that every live I do, I get 5 of them that come in, stay for 20 seconds, don't say a word, and leave. Never quite understand what the purpose of that is, but anyways. I'll probably make this a short one tonight because I'm getting a later start than normal. I got number 2 in. See if they stay. Nope, they're gone. So there's 2 in, 2 out. Got 3 more to go. Not quite sure what the purpose of what them doing that is, but anyways. Guess I could just do a silent live. That way those that just want to come in and not say nothing, they're still here, you know. I get the views for it. Just silent lives don't pay it. They don't make enough, you know, watch hours to make it worthwhile. Everybody thinks they're gaining by doing them, but they're not. Most people won't support a silent live. And they're not going to sit there for 8 hours or whatever and watch the wall. Hey, Ken. What are you guys up to today? I know it's too early for Mike to be up. He don't get up too early when he don't have to work. Well, he was out late last night, huh? I'm usually out here late every night, but that's catching up with me. Hey, Marine. But I've been trying lately to go to bed around 11:30 or so, just because I'm getting wore out from it. Yeah, the jet lag should be gone by now. That usually only lasts you a couple days. It's that staying up late that's getting that. I sat on here the other night and got to talking with somebody and ended up being, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning for 3:30, whatever, before I ever went to bed. That just wears me out anymore. When are you coming home, Ken? I know you and Mike both said that before when you was traveling, you know, coming back. But I don't remember who was coming when. I was surprised that Monroe Smith only stayed a short time like he did. I thought, before he went over, he was talking to being there longer. But he's already home. Oh, really? Well, I thought you were staying longer than that. Okay. And I read your comment where you said you just got home late last night. I thought you meant you and Maureen were out somewhere. Yeah, okay, now I understand that. That's a long ride. Well, how 34 hours? Yeah, I've been looking at that and don't understand why they're all, well, it's because they got the damn layovers so long. Because when I used to fly before, it was around 22 hours one way. But I only had let me think, maybe an hour and a half in Detroit, and then 2 hours in Nagoya, Japan. Yeah, 6 hours. And then, so 22 hours I was in Manila. Now, when I went from Manila to Davao, I had a 6 hour layover going down. And when I came home, I had an 8 hour layover in Manila waiting for my flight to Tokyo, or to Nagoya, rather. IJ Sabel was coming back from Atlanta yesterday, going back to Chicago. She was down in Atlanta visiting family. And she was already on the plane. And she said they had been sitting there for over an hour because they had to change a tire. You would have thought they'd have had that stuff checked before people got on the plane. So, Maureen, how come you didn't sneak into his luggage and come with him? You could have got into his carry-on bag, and then on the flight back home, he could have slip you some snacks once in a while. Yeah, probably so. Hey, Nancy. So what's Mike staying now? Another 2 weeks? Maureen, find you a big box and mail yourself to Ken. Yeah, I would like to go back. I haven't been there in 15 years. 2 more weeks. Okay, that's what I was thinking. See, I was thinking one of you was staying a month and the other one was staying longer than that, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, I saw their live last night. He was laying there on the bamboo couch watching TV. He said it was hard as a rock. Well, it's good he's getting to see as much as he is because he's never been there before and everything's a new experience for him. I mean, presently, the way things are, I couldn't travel over there because of not being vaccinated. But my other big problem is I don't have a kitty sitter. And it would be hard for getting somebody to take care of them, as many as I have and to be gone for any time period. When I just had a few of them before, when I lived in my old house, I only had 3 cats there. They were inside. I mean, they normally went outside while I was, home, but when I went away, I kept them in for the trip. That way, nobody had to worry about trying to get them back in and whatever. And I had 2 dogs, and my mom was here at that time, and she went over and took care of them every morning and every evening. Yeah, I think the biggest thing with him is just that heat adjustment because he's been, coming. Well, you guys basically came out of cold weather and then go over there to that. That's a big change. And then the humidity, makes it seem worse. See, when I went to the Philippines before, my trips there, like one, I went in November, so it's not as hot then, anyways. And the other, I'm coming out of Florida, so I'm already, used to the same weather. It's it has cooled off to 79 here right now, but it's still 60% humidity. I mean, it feels muggy here tonight. Yeah, Mike was fretting last night there was a lizard in the house. He figured it was going to be crawling on him when he went to bed. I just told him, I said, don't worry about the lizards. I said, they eat bugs. We have a lot of lizards down here. I thought you was going to say candlelight dinner, Maureen. Well, I wonder how many new things Rena's got Mike to try as far as eating. I know before he went over, a lot of the stuff that he'd see them fix over there, he was always saying, I don't think I could eat that. I'm not a real fussy eater. I can eat most anything. But there are a few things that I see him fix once in a while that, yeah. But there are a few things I've seen him fix that I don't know as I would care for. Yeah, actually, a candle doesn't put off a whole lot of light. And you figure years back, that's what everybody used to light their house with, was candles or lanterns. We're just spoiled. Uh, when I was in Davao, I don't think we ever had any power outages. When I was up in Dai, we only had a couple days where we lose power for a little while, but nothing drastic. I don't know if we ever lost it overnight, so it really wasn't too bad. I mean, at night, the only thing I really cared about having was the fan running. They didn't have AC or nothing, so I mean, didn't need that. Didn't worry about that. But it's nice to have the fan on while you're sleeping. Plus, if you got a fan blowing, helps keep the mosquitoes away. Because even using the mosquito net, you still get one inside the net once in a while. Weren't you scared of the dark, Marine? My first trip to the Philippines, I went to Davao. I spent the first night in a hotel. And that's the only time I've ever stayed in a hotel in the Philippines. We stayed the first night there, then went to her parents' house the next day. So that's the only time that while I was in the Philippines period, that I was anywhere where they had AC. because the other where I stayed at didn't have any. Strictly used the fans. Ken, was you scared of the dark or scared of Marine? You wake up in the night and say, Marine, stop touching me. And she says, it wasn't me. Well, that would be nice being someplace like that where it's not a lot of people around. It's like when Vicky and Will went to that island place there on the beach. They had their own little cottage or whatever. They, didn't have a lot of people around there. That made it nice. Yeah, that one night that I stayed in the hotel, like I said, that was the only place I had AC and also hot water. When they bring you breakfast that way, do you get to choose what you want, or you just get what they serve? The one I laughed at was the one you guys did there where you was at your hotel and Mike and Rena came over and had breakfast with you. All three of you ordered breakfast, and she still ordered a dinner meal. One of the things I noticed when I was in the Philippines, I lost weight while I was there, both my trips. But here at home, I snack too much. Every time I come in the house to get something or do something or whatever, I'm in the chips, the crackers, the cookies, or something. Where I didn't have that when I was in the Philippines. I ate less for the meals because I was eating what they ate, and I eat too much here. I always fix enough for two people and eat it all. But I was never hungry in between meals there, like I seem to be here apparently, because, like I say, it's all I do is eat. Well, when I was on the road driving truck, and everybody says, well, truck drivers, all they do is eat and then sit and drive, and that's why they put weight on. I always lost weight when I was on the road. Yeah, because you was at the place where you could out on the balcony, you could look across the valley there and see Rena's house. But I eat too much here all the time that I don't need. My meals are too big. So you back to work tomorrow then, Ken, or did you go back today? Well, I never did hear why you were there. Did you eat Marine's crab? You kept saying when you got down, that's what you was going to do. Only shows I have one here, so I never know whether that's correct or not. The other night it showed I had 0, and I still had 2 people talking. Well, this is a short one. Like I said, when I started, I was getting a late start tonight because I was outside working. With this change in time and all that, it stays light so much later. I don't realize how late it's getting when I'm outside doing stuff. So then time I come in and get cleaned up and get something to eat, then it makes it late for here. But I think I'll go ahead and end this now. It's good talking with both of you. And Nancy that was here for a bit, she was in and out. I thought I would have a couple others that would be in because they had asked when I was going to do my live again. Alrighty, well, I will catch you all on the next one, or catch you on yours one. Later, everyone.